We're back.
Yep, and last week we were at Gualala. Did I say that right?
Technically, yes, but it sounded weird.
Yep.
It's Gualala.
Oh, there we go. Sounds so much better coming out of your vocally enhanced, beautiful
I just
voice of yours. Good job, buddy.
We went to Gualala, which is 4 hours north of here along the coast in the Redwoods, almost by Point Arena. My family has been going for ever since my dad was a teenager. So he's probably been going 50 years. My parents have been going probably 40 years. I'm not quite sure, but it's a long time.
So Gualala has been a family tradition for you growing up.
Yep.
And I remember when we got married, actually, before we were married, when we were engaged, you were like, just so you know, when we get married, we're going to Gualala every Memorial weekend with our family. So,
yep.
And it's been 5 years, right? Fifth year?
This is our 5th trip.
Our 5th trip, and every year I love it.
Every year it gets more and more fun with our family as our kids are growing, and it's been so much fun.
Yeah, so last year Quaid was barely starting to walk.
He learned to walk at Gualala. I think
it's a magical place.
I think it was partially because he's a very tactile child, and crawling and whatnot. He didn't like touching the dirt. So it just kind of forced him to walk and never fall down, because if he fell, he'd have to touch the dirt. And I honestly don't think he ever fell down during that trip.
Oh, where you going, buddy? Yo, is that doggy? Say woof woof. Yeah. Are you gonna hide? Say woof woof. How you guys doing? Good. Yeah, good woof woof, huh?
I'm gonna get you.
You're the best. Go get mama. Go get her. Get her. Go get mama. Oh, good job, buddy. Ready? Woo-hoo! Oh, good job, buddy.
It was so much fun for him to just be in the great outdoors and play. He just liked playing. It was so fun.
Oh yeah, I think there was something special too about just being in the great outdoors, like you were saying, and the fresh air. And it kind of changed up the pace for Quaid, and I think Quaid learned some valuable traits and got a little bit comfortable doing things that he's usually uncomfortable with. So I think you, man, that is the best line ever. I should quote that.
I don't even know what my face is doing right now.
Quotes by Jordan. Doing things, making things comfortable that normally are uncomfortable.
Well, I'm laughing because that's the phrase you're using to describe our 2-year-old. He's
Can I say he's magnificent?
He's growing and developing, and he pushed outside of his comfort zone, and that's it. And there. But no matter how Jordan words it, he's right. Quaid got to explore and learn and grow, and it was so fun to be there with him.
There's no big deal. I want more. Yeah! Hey Quaid, how's that? Yeah. Are you hiding? What are you doing? Oh.
Touch it, go.
Oh.
Lick it.
I don't think so, buddy. We're gonna go over here.
Say
good job.
Careful,
Hot. Careful. Oh, good job, buddy. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. You done? Time to eat, buddy.
What was your favorite part?
So this year, I think my favorite part was floating down the river with Quaid and a kayak. So surprisingly, this is my first year doing that as well, going down the river.
Really is surprising because we've done that almost every year. And the funny thing is, usually it took me and my friends like 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah?
To get from where we started to the camp.
Took you guys forever.
I know. How long did it take us, Jordan?
Like 30 minutes.
Nope, like 15 minutes.
That was fast.
It was so fast.
But I think the reason why it was my favorite was because normally where Quaid is very hesitant to try new things, and especially...
He's a little bit of a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
He's a very cautious child.
Yep. So, but it was really cool to see him get out of his comfort zone and ride down the river with his mama. And we had a great time.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful evening day. The sun was starting to set, and it was gorgeous.
So fun. Did you realize that it was actually Quaid's idea to float down the river?
Nope. Quaid. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Oh, yay!
Hi.
Quaid, bye-bye.
We had a small group go with us, some friends and my sister and her fiance, and then Jordan and myself. And Quaid was in my kayak, and it was so, I would say peaceful and relaxing, but Alan and Rochelle were there. So it wasn't, but it was so much fun.
You're doing so good! Woohoo! Oh, overboard! We're good! Oh! So fun. And going back to not being very peaceful, so part of there's two parts to the story. So the first part, the river and some parts of it are not very deep. So
it looks deep, but it's not.
Very deep. So I'm just paddling. I think I'm filming you guys at the time, so not really paying attention. Then all of a sudden it gets really shallow one part. So all of a sudden,
and he bottoms out.
And I get stuck. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hop out of here so I can kind of push my way in. Then all of a sudden, there's a guy. There was a group of people on the river watching me get stuck. First of all,
big burly guys. I think there were like 6 pit bulls. They were all there to go dirt biking. Just a real classy group.
Really top notch. And this big burly guy in his jeans.
Humongous guy.
Comes out there in the water. And his jeans getting soaked. And he's like, I got you, dude. And I'm like, thanks, man. So
I turn around and Jordan's just sitting there in his bright green kayak waiting.
Dude, that saved my butt. Thank you very much.
Okay. Jordan was in no way in danger. His butt was not saved. He just...
You're right, my butt was not saved. Which brings me to the next part of the story.
My favorite part of that trip is we're going, and then Alan and Rochelle are kind of competing and goofing off, and then suddenly it turns into a race, and I don't know what was going on, but it was funny. We keep looking over at Jordan. Jordan, you were really riding low. Like, wow, I know that, you know, he always just leans back so much, but the back of your kayak is really low riding.
What can I say? I carried in my butt.
The entire backside of his kayak is underwater. There's a plug on the very tip of the back of the kayak so that you can drain water out when you're done, but the cork was missing, and so his kayak had been filling with water the entire trip.
Oh no!
Yeah. The wind blowing.
Say uh-oh!
Yay!
Oh no! You want bites?
So Graham's gonna join us.
So I said what my favorite part was. So what was your favorite part, babe?
I think besides the kayaking, because that was by far my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
My second favorite was our trip and adventure down to Bowling Ball Beach.
Yeah, that was a pretty good adventure.
Yeah, we had originally tried to go find it on Saturday, but we took the wrong trailhead down to a different beach.
Bubble, mister. Look at the big tree. Good job. Good job, buddy.
Well, we played at that beach, and by the time we got back up to the car, we were too tired, and the tide was coming in, and so we decided to go back and try to hike down to the Bowling Ball Beach the next day. And so after church, we loaded everybody up in the car and took some of my family and hiked down the trailhead. And once we got down to the beach, we still had to trek across to find it, but it was so worth it. The funny thing is, Saturday was beautiful weather. It was beautiful weather and just warm and sunny and a nice breeze, and Sunday it poured and rained and drizzled and poured, and every form of raining, sprinkling, drizzling you can think of, it did all of them. So that did not stop us though. It was raining when we left, so we knew what we were in for.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Wait, stop your wings! Woohoo! Come on. Go down it. Oh, he's like, oh.
great trip. Quaid got to ride his bike all day, every day. He got to sleep on his big kid bed in our tent.
Mm-hmm.
He got to sleep in a tent. He got to kayak. He got to play at the ocean twice. He got to play at the river. It was a great trip, especially
Great.
for little boys. Well, for any children. But I can't wait for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Quaid will be 3 and Graham will be 18 months old. And we're gonna have a blast.
They'll be playing together. And Gualala, you never seem to disappoint. And I'm looking forward to another year.
Yeah.
So.
And many more years to come.
You're walking to mama.